Gotta bring out our team from Chicago. Show some love for the Huntsmen.
He's gonna get caught, but they line up for Scup, the king. This is dangerous. Envy looking to take the lead as Gunless keeps on rolling. 9. Octane doesn't have to move. He goes. Oh my lord! Kill, but on the flank it's gonna be Clayster. And Clayster's gonna get bumped. 4 gonna drop 3. They're gonna get the clear. You gotta go fast. You gotta go quick. You gotta go that way out. It's chaos. C6 now with 5 in a row. We'll stick with his POV and see if he can keep this streak going as he's starting to dominate. The revenge tour starts now, but Formal's POV to see if he can lock down top. Broken.
Need to put too much pressure on, but as 2 go down, here comes the push from Chicago towards the front side of the hill.
Back in the cave we go. Shotzi now. Doing what he can, teammates looking over him. 4 gonna drop for Huntsmen and time to soak up a ton of time. Now for Empire as they look to retake the lead, and just like
You can push through the front and get control of the hill. You can spawn your opponent so deep, wide right, and then after that you can chain 2 hills together. You go back to town center.
Advantage for Huntsmen. We'll get into our second set of rotations, so right back into this town center as everyone vies for control of mid-map. Lining them up is Formal and Scump. They'll take down 3, they'll take down 5. The
player who is that? That's going to be RC's. Well, that player's right behind him. And you can see what happens. Dallas ends up flipping the spawns for hill number 2. And again, on the Dallas side, it's Krim. He was just on another force spree. He's 24 in 18. Shotzi doing the objective work with already almost 2 minutes on the hill. But here comes Chicago starting to get pushed up. And if you for Dallas here at this 4th hill, Cave West, this has to be one to bring them back.
Well, they'll have their early control. How much success can they find? Placement holding the angle, takes the gunfight, gets some damage into Envoy. But now the smoke comes in. You can see how crucial that is to cut off that line of sight, but it doesn't matter. Obviously, it's going to be very tight. They need to soak up almost every second. Formal, though, stun out. Simtex out, trying to hold the bridge push on the backside. That's going to be 4 that are going to fall for Empire. They're still going to be inside. The spawn towards yellow smokes out as they look for the break, but they've got to be perfect. They can't allow any break to come in, Joe.
Yeah, and Scump right now is really making the play. He's going on a big pinch. He's able to find 1. What else can he find? Scump trying to stay alive, able to find 2, and just like that, Chicago win map number 1.
And the crowd lets them know the Huntsmen come in with the big map 1 upset. We know all the talk in the months leading up to this. The 1-2 combo.
And that's what we thought this team could do. They could just have so much teamwork, such a balanced team effort out of it.
Well, instantly on the back foot, what many consider to be the top team in the game.
Really, the question is, you heard Tifa talk about it, how many offensive strategies do both of these teams have?
Jerseys look clean.
They look good, baby.
On the defensive side to kick things off, it'll be the Chicago Huntsmen. And offense, you see pushing out. We'll see the routes here through the aerial cam. There's Dallas Empire. RC's going to try to make the play behind it. Silence tries to get the peek, but Shotzi right between the eyes gets the shot. And Dallas Empire take round 1.
Now making a 4 versus 4, and he starts to get pushed up.
Yeah, he uses dead silence and he makes the play. Gonna catch him off guard. Formal's gonna get dropped in the beam. There from it's to work with. Nothing to do. Not enough time. Last player's not gonna peek. They'll get away. And that's a second round to Empire. And suddenly it's going to be Scump as the last man up yet again. Takes one with him, but only 25 seconds to work on the defuse. The 1v4 now to a 1v3. He'll get gunned and dropped, and it has been clean from Empire so far.
If we can go to Illy right now, what can Illy find? Absolutely nothing. The King is there locking it down. Now 1 versus 3 for Clay.
And Scump takes 2 down with him. Huntsman find this round. Last guy is going to be Arceus. He's trapped inside a hostile, and he will fall. He kind of made this big flank around. Caught an awkward timing, but it gave it an opening. Now only 25 seconds remaining on the bomb. Envoy going to be the man that has to make the play. He's going to pop dead silence. This is his chance to do it, but the diffuser is already coming in. Envoy's going to get there. Is it going to be too late?
He thought it was the diffuser. He thought it was the diffuser, I think, and it wasn't. It was a different player inside. Dallas should have finished the map if we can.
He was getting aggressive as well. So far, the first 2 to drop. Both players trying to get some kind of aggressive. Now, gunless, yes, we get.
Can he clutch a 1-on-3? No, he's not able to do so, and Dallas are going to tie the series up at 1-1.
What a performance there by Dallas within the search and destroy. It was never really in question. Clean from top to bottom, only drop around. What did you love?
I loved what they were doing on offense. Right away, they set the tone. Chicago were always trying to play catch-up. And when you're trying to play catch-up, that's when you're using dead silence at the wrong times. You're trying to make a play, and that's exactly what you don't want to do.
Well, you heard our thoughts. Side, so you think they've got the early edge. So if Chicago is able to get some sort of early break, some sort of early one is done, now we focus on step 2, the pressure in towards that B site is Gunless and Envoy. Start to fly on through, set up at the Vandal be Gunless, support coming in from Formal, 3. Gonna drop from the Dallas Empire, and now the point starting to build. This is great from Huntsman early, considering the start the side they started on.
Yeah, I mean, you already saw sort of the importance of neutraling flags, because Gunless, if he has to sit there for 5 more seconds without hopping off it and winning a couple of guns.
It's like a minute. It's what, a full minute of a 3 caps with 36 points. If you have a 2-1 edge, you're closing the gap by like only 12 points. So that is a massive lead for this point within the first half. You've got 5 seconds that you're waiting to respawn in versus something like Hardpoint, which is significantly less. You got to value your life as Formal continues to light it up. Now 6 in a row out.
And 5 down after 5 down.
So you knew that there was a chance for Chicago to come and take it.
People, you saw the power rankings from Nameless had Dallas at #1, but Chicago making a statement there in that first half.
They're up 60 after a half. Joe, so just for those at home, we've got 6 minutes second half. How long would you have to control a 2-cap to come back?
5 minutes.
60? Yeah, so basically the entire goddamn half.
I mean, we did see Chicago. They were able to hold down once again, setting the tempo here is Chicago.
Placer just trying to hold the sneaky position. Now looking in with the Simtex, they're going to get
difficult to hold C and B, but they have so much mid-map control. They have so much control inside of this warehouse. Gunless able to find 2. Woo! Nice little
community, and on the desk and with us there's going to be times where it becomes mathematically impossible for teams to come back just due to the nature of how the scoring and the halves work. And we're not far from getting to that.
There's the 3 kills towards A Chicago. This should be their flag, unless Hook and Illy can make the plays. There comes the neutral. He's able to get in there. And he does. He finds a nice rake. Can he find #2? He does. Here we go.
And it's going to need to be for an extended point of time, because even though it seems like they're making the plays, they're clutching up, they're getting the 2-cap, they're still trailing by 50 points. Like, they just haven't been able to chip away at this lead enough. Well, okay, the MP5 is ludicrous. Fire now flipped on its head as Huntsman get back in control of A, and you've still got Formal ends of this map. Look to be going to Chicago, as they will get closer to taking both respawns, and this is our cities with the hip-hop. In the domination for Huntsmen. They just take over in the respawn.
The hill, they have to be able to respond, and right away, Chicago, they spawn. You see some extra love coming in.
Yeah, they might be shooting bodies. You never knew. You never want to do it on the main stage, but Huntsmen,
they don't care.
They're feeling good. I think for Huntsmen, like, you just hear it. You hear it all. These past 3-4 months, I was talking to Formal. He's like, I've heard the analysis. I've seen the power rankings. Yeah. I hear you guys chirping that we're not in that upper echelon. We're not in that top. with
Well, when
personal
you're getting
controller,
three-capped,
I have
as
no
long
idea.
as you are, it is tough to
Well,
get out of
you're
that.
running into people playing from power positions at all times, right?
Yeah, exactly that. But and when I said they had the preferred side, it flipped right away.
Yeah, that didn't
wasn't a
take
great
long.
start.
That didn't take long. You want to lock down that right side of the map.
Krim starting to work his way through this vent inside of pipes, is able to find one.
And Arcity's picking up right where he left off. He's out to like 10 and 5 to the kill feed. 5 are going to go down for Dallas. Empire time soaked up in dividends. 4. And maintain that lead. Just take a look at the minimap.
And you saw what RC is, he's able to find that player just trying to push through. Dallas is trying to get as much time as they can, but they would love to flip the spawns if possible, but 3 go down. This is great time for Chicago. They have next hill control though.
That shuts down 3 with the triple, but up over the top with the haymaker is RC's in the MP5 that locate the hills or kills. There's a contest, and just for a moment, that Shotzzy that's able to
At least extend this to another center hill.
City's now 38 and 22, 2 minutes in the Hutcher. Will it in here? Nobody's gonna get close enough. It's Chicago! Come in and dominate the respawns, and they are letting them know across the stage.
Woo, those are some heated words right there, baby.
Anyone that thinks maybe there wasn't a little bit something extra in that match, take a look. Scump is so passionate and fired up right now. He about takes a nosedive on stage. But it's victory. Huntsmen, what a performance. And I know there was a well-rounded effort all over the place, but Arcity's was just incredible, Joe. What a performance from him.
I mean, across the board, though, like RC's had a couple of big plays throughout that game 4, but gunless in game